Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, good day. My name is Ivan Penaluna.
I'm Byron Bertram, and today's episode...
David Cameron's Bay of Pigs.
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a schoolyard. Well, let me tell a joke.
I wanted this to be professional.
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is... Awesome!
With Byron Bertram and Ivan Penaluna.
All right, this is a hilarious story. It comes from your home country.
It certainly does.
Yeah. So the Prime Minister, it's just been revealed, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Great Britain, that island that we all love and know.
Get on with it.
Okay, anyway. He's accused of having intercourse with pig.
Well, at
pig.
least sticking his knob in its mouth.
Yeah.
And I think that's enough, really. I mean, if you're the Prime Minister of a country, any country, even if it is that tiny island that we all love, get on with it.
Yeah.
It's basically pretty embarrassing, is it not? I mean, you know, of all the things that could come out, because I'm sure that Secret Service sit you down before you become the Prime Minister and say to you, right, now, we just need to know, is there anything in your history that could be exposed and embarrass you any moment? And he's going to go, nope. Definitely not. I knew I was destined for this role, and I've kept my life very clean. Are you sure there's not anything when you were like really drunk at college or anything like that? And he's like going, nope, can't think of anything. Well, oh no, shit! I can't even mention that to them.
It's like, no, of course not. Much too embarrassing. Oh, I hope this doesn't come out.
Yeah, or maybe he just thinks, well, I stuck my knob in that pig's mouth, but everybody does that, right?
Well, you know, the thing is, though, in his defense, everybody did do it, at least in his class. Like, if you're like aristocratic, Ivy League school, public school, what do you call it?
Yeah, public school. It's a class thing. You know, you wouldn't get working class people sticking their knob in a pig's mouth for some sort of initiation into the pub culture. You don't really do that.
Well, but you more get like they're just, some coal miner would stick his cock in like a meat pie at 3 a.m.
No, it's some coal miner would stick his cock inside a chubby drunken woman at 3 o'clock in the morning.
But a pig's mouth, like the head of a pig, is like, that's expensive. The head of a pig.
Okay, you have to go to butcher's and purchase one, of course. It's not sort of thing that you go to Tesco or Asda and you go, oh, pig's heads, only $3.99 a pound. You don't do that. You have to purposely get one. And I think this is where the fraternity, let's say the college or university fraternity plays into it, because they must have a ritual that, hey, if you want to be part of this gang, guys, Tristan's already done it. Simon, you're doing it next. David, you're next. No pictures, guys. Listen, we're all doing it, so it's quite normal. So if the Secret Service ask you about it in the future, just say, I can't think of anything, because let's face it, everybody in the room's done it, so it must be normal.
Well, it's like kissing the cod in Newfoundland. That's fine. You could
Kissing the cod is not quite as bad.
You're right, actually.
And also, can you think of one Canadian Prime Minister that's come from Newfoundland?
No, because
there you go.
There must be a reason for it.
I think there is, but we can't touch upon it right here and
because
now.
It would be like, do you trust a Prime Minister
from
who would do
Newfoundland?
this, who would not make out with a fish, but just be from Newfoundland in general? Not ready to lead.
Just not ready. Too pissed.
Yeah. Do you trust anybody who drinks Screech? Not ready.
Oh, and if anybody doesn't know what we're talking about right now, it is the current Conservative Party campaign, and it's a brilliant campaign. Justin Trudeau, the Liberal leader, going for this interview for a job, and everybody's looking at him going, he wants to be Prime Minister. And on his interview sheet, they just put, just not ready, which obviously is a play on his name, Justin, just not ready. And I've got a pretty left-leaning friend who said that could well be the nail in Justin Trudeau's coffin. He doesn't believe that Justin Trudeau can bounce back from such a comprehensively devastating campaign as the Conservatives have run on his personality and his lack of it. Let's face it.
But I like that they don't even have to have anything on him. Like they don't even catch him. They didn't even catch him fucking a pig.
It doesn't matter, because he hasn't got any game.
They'll just be like, he's just not ready.
He's just not ready.
You know, they'll even use like he did the grouse grind in 54 minutes, which is a great time.
It's pretty good.
Climbing a mountain. It's pretty good. Say what's quite a good time anyway for a politician.
No, hang on a minute.
Time.
But you're basing that on your ability.
That's true. I'm an hour and 9 minutes.
Well, there you go. I mean, you know, an
That was
hour is
last
not
year.
bad for a reasonable person.
Yeah, I know. 54 minutes, you know, but anyway, whatever.
Okay, let's
But
not
they'll
make
be
it about
like,
you.
great
Come on.
time, still not ready. They'll like criticize him for his hair being too nice.
Oh, you know, no, he's a pretty boy. He's a bungalow Bill, as they call
Yeah, well,
it.
he's a himbo, yeah.
Everything upstairs, everything downstairs, nothing upstairs.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dude, bro.
Yeah, exactly. He's like Ron Wood's son or something. No one's worked this out yet. Can't believe this about Justin Trudeau. They're all looking at him going, his mum hung out with the Rolling Stones while his dad was busy running the government, and he looks a bit like Bill Wyman or Ron Wood.
Yeah.
You know, he's definitely one of those guys. He's even maintained the hair.
My mom went to, my mom went to the psych ward with his mom.
Is that right?
Yeah, Margaret Trudeau.
What was she in there at the same time?
I think, yeah, there was a crossover. It was,
Or was she opening a new wing?
I don't know what she's doing.
Right. I mean, your mum.
Anyway, he comes from he comes from bipolar lineage.
He does,
Just
but
like
anyway, we got
it
away
doesn't
from
matter.
David Cameron.
We did get away from this. So David
Turn
Cameron
this into
got
the
caught.
Justin Trudeau show.
Yeah, I know. That's what he wants you to do. See, that's
Okay.
what Justin Trudeau does. He pulls you away from the bigger issues.
That's exactly what he does.
Not ready to lead.
I've got more thing to say about this David Cameron Piggate story,
Yeah.
or Bay of Pigs. One more thing I want to say about this is getting caught with your knob or your dick, as it's called here, or whatever else, inside the mouth of a pig is pretty bad, right? Because if you look at Silvio Berlusconi, right, in Italy, they're going, Silvio, he's got a cave, he's got a bat cave, you can only get into it by boat. He likes 18-year-old Moroccan dancers. He holds parties. There's 700 people. 690 of them are prostitutes. But he loves it. And everybody goes, yeah, Silvio. And that is the way to be.
He's Italian. It's part of his culture.
Exactly. And everybody's going, good on you, Silvio. At least you're not gay.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the way Italians look at it. But, you know, but Silvio's crimes seem quite acceptable socially when you look at sticking your knob inside a pig's mouth. You know. And also the other thing off the back of this, you know,
Yeah.
and we'll tie this into the Syrian crisis and the refugee, the mass immigration going on in Europe right now, is that, hey, if you don't like pork, maybe, you know, Britain isn't the place for you after
Probably
all.
not the place for you. You got to decide. I mean, how much do you really not like pork if you want to leave Syria?
Do you want to live in a country where the Prime Minister stuck his knob in a pig's head?
That's how much they like pork there, man.
Maybe this is just a ploy to sort of like stem the flow of immigrants coming into Britain. Like, David, just say, no, I never did it though. No, but just say that you stuck your knob in a pig's mouth because a lot of Muslims won't want to live here after hearing that.
Yeah, they'll just be like, Syria is bad, but come on, I cannot go to this place.
He's going, I can't say that. I never did it. He went, no, but it's going to, listen, we can't do anything about it, but we have to stem it somehow. Do this. Take one for the team, David.
You just
Come
need to plug the hole of immigration in a pig's mouth.
Okay. So we got another story that we want to. We got another story we want to deal with this in this session as well, and that is the story of Ahmed Mohammed. He's the clock bomber,
Yeah.
as I like to call him, the 14-year-old jihadi clock bomber
Yeah.
from Texas, I believe, and he turned up to school with a clock or a disassembled clock, and supposedly the press was spinning it as it being a science project. He was arrested on his way to school presenting his award-winning science project. And as it turns out, you know, once the dust settles of the furore of people getting on board for political reasons, like, you know, Hillary Clinton sending him an email and Mark Zuckerberg telling him well done, and then
He Facebooked him.
Barack Obama going, hey, you can come to the White House. I'm like, dude, are you fucking... Come on, just have a word with Secret Service first. Maybe they want to check the guy out. He did go to school with what looks like a bomb, and now you're inviting him to the White House. Are you a total fucking idiot?
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, the bomb thing. So apparently there wasn't a science show.
It wasn't, no.
Right.
No, it was just, he just thought he'd turn up to school with a clock that he'd taken out of its cover and put it in a suitcase.
Yeah, apparently it wasn't like, it was like, oh my God, he built this thing as a mate. Well, apparently it didn't even work. And number two, it was like just broken. Like, I don't know if it obviously wasn't a bomb. It was just a broken clock.
Okay, and in all fairness to the people who actually had to police and, you know, handle this situation, his older sister had threatened to blow up the school a few weeks or months prior to that. So, I mean, it's not like the family hadn't got form. They had got form. They had every reason to be suspicious of a 14-year-old boy turning up to school with what looked like parts of a bomb in a suitcase.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck it. I don't know where the angle is there. You provide it, Byron. You're good at
Yeah. Well, so
it.
he brought. Yeah. So then he got arrested, and he's like, I did nothing wrong. And he didn't. Maybe he didn't do anything wrong. Maybe, I don't know if it was an elaborate ruse. And then they spend it into just, you racist and all that stuff. But
say anything about it. But yeah, now he's got a college scholarship. He's got a college scholarship now, right? He's got all this shit waiting for him when he leaves school. I mean, he's pay dirt just for taking a disassembled clock to school.
Yeah, like if I just showed up, with like a fake gun, and they just be no, it's just a chocolate banana, and then I got arrested.
And then you'd have a gay career.
Then I'd just have like this amazing gay scholarship.
Yeah, on the drive.
For a chocolate, I just showed up with a chocolate banana.
You'd be able to go around all of the gay strip clubs in Vancouver, sticking that chocolate banana up your ass, and getting paid loads of money for it.
Yeah, well, the government would give me a scholarship to stick it up my ass. That doesn't make any sense.
I'd develop a new ass-sticking banana gun over 4 years, paid for
genius.
By Stephen Harper's generous government.
That's the conservative government. No, I don't know if the conservative government would give me a grant for that. That's more of a socialism grant.
You think the NDP would give you a grant?
Oh,
for that?
Of course they would.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
all right, so
they're progressive enough to give me that grant, and that's why I hope they win. I like grants.
You like grants? You like money for free, right?
Well, yeah.
It doesn't matter where it comes from.
Yeah.
Whether somebody's children have to pay for it 2 generations down the line.
Yeah.
Just as long as it's free to you now.
You got microwave ovens,
there you go.
Colored TVs, refrigerators, chocolate bananas, Dire Straits,
Oh, fuck this. Let's go to the news.
This is the fucking news.
All right, go. In 5, 4. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. No, we'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This is the fucking news.
Fucking thing sucks.
All right, so today in the fucking news, we have a couple of stories. For instance, in Boston, Boston town has had enough of the woe is me nonsense, and they've decided to do something about it. They're throwing an official pity party where all whiners and mopers can hang about together. There's going to be sad bands, depressing clowns, and unwinnable games.
I love that. I love that.
Some 46,000 people have RSVP'd on the Facebook event page. And yeah, it's Misery Loves Company is the tagline.
Is the RSVP to be like, are you yes attending, no attending, or just like, maybe, if I could be bothered to come, my life shit, what's the point of leaving my house?
What I like about this is that you basically said that Boston's sick and tired of it. What is Boston sick and tired of? People moping around? Have they got like a blizzard of depressed people who they really need to find something to do? And so basically they're saying, listen, you guys are messing up town. Happy people, you're getting in the way of happy people. They can't get to work in the morning. We need to sweep you all up, put you in one place, give you your own festival, and then at least you'll be, happy.
Yeah,
is that what's happened here?
Ever since you won the Stanley Cup, you just fucking
You're just
miserable.
depressed.
Thanks, whatever.
It's just going to make everything worse, though. Sad bands, unwinnable games.
I love unwinnable games and sad bands. It's brilliant.
Yeah, it just reminds me of life. But who are the people that or
Bostonians?
An artist named Greg Cook is starting it.
And he's just sick of all these 46,000 people being miserable, so he's going to throw them a party.
Yeah, and the city's paying for it, apparently.
I find it very difficult to believe that there's 46,000 miserable, depressed people in Boston.
So is it just for goths? Or
in
what?
Boston? Are we talking about like the greater Boston area? Are we taking in Maryland and Connecticut? Or does this stretch to Vermont? Are people from Canada invited? I mean, 46,000.
Let's go. Let's go represent.
I couldn't be asked going.
Are they just still upset about losing all that great tea?
There must be a lot of goths.
Are they just all upset about losing that great tea? So they're like, let's have a party.
I've been to Boston.
Is that what you were writing on your phone? The tea comment?
No.
Is that the joke you were writing?
No,
I used the word loosely.
That was that was spontaneous
Loose
fucking
tea.
genius. You know what? That joke sucks. You know why it sucks? You know why it sucks? Because I have no talent. I'm a bad writer. Fuck, my life is shit, man. I got nothing to live for. I think I'm gonna go to this party.
You should move to Boston.
I should. Fuck this place.
Oh dear. What else have we got?
We have former Republican presidential candidate Scott Walker, who just dropped out. You may remember Ezra Levant picked him as a front runner.
Yes.
He should be somewhat vindicated by a recent Bloomberg poll. That poll, should they build a wall between Canada and the United States? 41% of those polled said yes.
Wow. What, 41% of Scott Walker supporters or just people
Of just
in general?
Bloomberg. It's related
Okay.
to Scott Walker in that he actually suggested it.
Yeah.
He said we need to build a wall in between Canada and US.
Well, firstly, I've believed for a while, ever since I heard this story, that that's a brilliant idea. As a Canadian, I think it's a great idea. And, if they want to build the wall and they want to pay for it, that's great. I can't help but think it won't be sort of like an epic wall like, the Israeli wall or the Great Wall of China or anything like that. It's probably just going to be some sort of like fence, 200 meters of landmines and then drones flying over backwards and forwards. I don't think it's going to be a sexy fence. I think it's going to be a sort of like, it's going to be a 21st century nightmare fence.
I think it'd be a great idea, but only keep out American comedians and actors. Just a fence for that. So then you really have to hire Canadian talent. And
What
that would be so
about,
fantastic.
okay, so how's Canadian water going to get south then?
Underneath the wall?
I guess
okay,
under the
fair
wall.
enough.
Yeah, smuggling or maybe catapulting over the wall.
Catapulting would be the most practical.
I think if the United States wants to do this, I think it should only be fair. I think it says something about certain elements of the American psyche. If they think that they need to keep Canadians out. I mean, Canadians, they go to America shopping.
Yeah.
They don't even need to sort of like export their weed over there now or anymore. So it's only guns coming north, really. Let's face it. I don't see where the fear is.
Yeah, we don't want to go to America.
We don't really want to go. We go occasionally to Vegas, but we get on planes and go through customs.
Yeah. I mean, if anything, this is the best deal for Canada because every single time anything changes in America, everyone goes, oh, that's it. I'm going to Canada. We got to put these walls up in case Trump gets in.
Yeah, absolutely. Trump should just build them on both sides.
I'm building a wall.
I don't alienate
Well,
Americans, but I think it's a silly idea. It's a ridiculous idea.
I mean, great. Build that fucking wall. Keep them out.
All right, next up, PETA has filed a lawsuit against British nature photographer David Slater, alleging that the copyright on a monkey selfie published in his book Wildlife Personalities belongs to the monkey in question, a 6-year-old macaque named Naruto.
So first up, what's Naruto going to do with all this money?
Actually, they interviewed him and they said, what are you going to do? These are your rights. Are you going to fight? Are you going to sue for this? And he had some really funny the other day to say. Actually, it was really interesting. It was really poignant because they are intellectual property of his. And he said some amazing. He went,
Is that what he said?
That's what he
He's
said.
going to spend it on chocolate banana guns.
yeah, I got lots of them.
And
It's
spend
my
the
intellectual
rest of his
property.
life shoving them up his ass.
Yeah.
That's what he's going to do. But the one thing about this is that PETA, whenever anybody says PETA, I always think of these really angry, vicious women sat in a room screeching. As soon as I hear their name, that's what I think of. And they do have to be one of the most ridiculous entities on the planet. I mean, they are redundant, are they not? I mean, they get these models to do work for them and represent them.
We should save the bed bugs. They're animals.
And then the models are they're so thick and so narcissistic that 6 months later they forget that they've done this work and start wearing fur again.
We should save the bacteria. Bacteria is a living culture.
I mean, it is redundant, isn't it?
It's unbelievable.
Anyway.
But PETA, I mean, that's very politically correct, right? It's like, that's not fair, right?
It's the most ridiculous politically correct organization I can think of.
We should say, just like, jeez. We just ban the alphabet. There's hurtful letters.
I got fuck all else to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's just about copyright. Basically, the photographer set it up so that the monkey could press the button and take a selfie. That he set this whole thing up. But the rule is I guess whoever took the photo, not whose camera it is, and they're saying that because the monkey pressed the button, he owns the picture.
Okay, did the monkey have a say? Did the monkey say to PETA, "I want you to represent me," and because I'm being ripped off here?
Did the monkey sign a contract?
Did the monkey ever contact PETA and go, "Listen, guys, you got to support me"?
He signed a non-disclosure agreement with his dick. What the hell? That's
I'm surprised there's no macaque jokes. Because I had to learn how to pronounce that. It has a Q in there.
Yeah.
It's just macaque.
That's the one thing that monkeys do, macaque.
Sounds like Boston's, those sad Boston people. That bloody macaque. He's getting screwed on his selfie monies.
But it's like if I was diving in the ocean taking pictures of sharks, would be like, hey, that shark's got that. Oh, come on, man. What does it stop?
It just speaks.
You're not allowed
volumes.
to take pictures. Oh no, because the shark doesn't have arms to take. There you go. I answered my own
Oh
question.
yeah, so macaques.
Yeah.
Macaques. Sorry about the famine on jokes with macaques, but macaques have rights because they have hands.
Yeah, I guess so. So how do you get the monkey's permission though? Did they have an answer for that?
No, you know what? Peter isn't interested in any of this shit. They're not interested in answers or difficult questions. They're just prosecuting a point. That's what they're doing.
Right.
That's
They just wanna
basically
be-
it, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
Even though there was
They're-
no
they're- I
answer
mean, they're
at that point.
ridiculous.
Did you ever ask yourselves that? Okay, I ask you that. What's the answer? We don't have one.
We
Fuck
should
you
sit
anyway.
down with a room full of screechy, screamy, angry-faced women and just ask them these questions
Yeah.
and see how far that gets us.
How dare you ask us these questions? You
That's very
hate
popular at the moment.
animals.
How dare you ask such questions? I thought it's a good question to ask. I mean, I thought we were in the business of asking questions about shit. Well, I'm all about asking questions, but only questions that I want asked. Questions you want asked are just ridiculous. I'm not answering that. There you go. Anyway, what else have we got? We fucking
fuck
thumbed this to
animals.
death.
That's the end of the fucking news.
Oh,
but
right.
has anybody been watching the Colbert's take on the Late Show? He took over for Letterman.
I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it's great.
He actually just a few days ago had Donald Trump on. And remember a couple episodes ago we did a game of Who Said It?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he had Trump on and he played a game of Who Said It.
He's copying us. Colbert, right, has got no ideas of his own. He's listening to the Dry Shave Show. He's going, those guys come up with some great ideas, especially Matty Beef Curtains, the producer. He's got some great ideas. He came up with that idea. He sold it to the guys. They did a good job, but it's really in the idea. And fuck it. I know Matty's married to the Dry Shave Show, so we'll never get him to work on the Colbert Report or the Daily Show.
Never going to get the poutine puppy to move south once
But
we
the
get that
thing
wall
is,
up.
I love that idea so much, I'm going to steal it.
There we go. Yeah, absolutely. Colbert is totally a fan. And he stole it from us, and I stole it from internet bloggers.
There you go. So it's all fair.
All right.
So that leads us into another game of Who Said It.
I
I
love
thought you were
these
gonna say
games.
another
They're so
game of-
simplistic.
Another game of copyright infringement.
Go on
That's
then.
right. It's Who Said It, the game show where two contestants battle it out to determine who said what. Today's topic, who said it, Donald Trump or Floyd? Ah, fuck, I just fucked that whole shit up.
Oh, that was so
Fuck.
good as well. You just
Fuck.
nearly got there.
Fuck.
Well, just carry on. Just carry on like it never
Floyd
happened.
Money Mayweather
Oh.
or Donald Trump.
This is good because there's going to be such a fine line between some of them. In fact, I can't even predict who's going to win this.
We don't know. All right,
No.
who's keeping score here?
All right.
We
Nodge Singh.
Narge, you just on each hand. You got there. We go. All right.
I like to smack bitches. Donald Trump.
Floyd Mayweather, actually. Hey,
I'm already winning. No, this is preseason. Okay.
The preseason.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah, these don't count. These are just how you judge your rookies.
Season
All right,
starts now.
go on.
Yeah.
All right, so the first question, who said it? My whole outlook on life is never judge a book by its cover.
I reckon that's Floyd Mayweather.
All right, I'll go Donald Trump then.
Floyd Mayweather, that is one for Ivan. And the next one from Who Said It, the next quote is, and if you look at black and African American youth to a point where they've never done anything more poorly.
That's Donald Trump.
Yeah, I got to be Donald Trump.
Trump, but point for each. There we go. Next quote. When somebody challenges you, you fight back. Be brutal, be tough. Trump or Floyd?
That's Floyd.
You know what? You'd think it'd be Floyd, but I'm going to go with Trump. Why not?
Point Byron.
Oh, that was a trick question. Fuck you, Matty.
It was a total trick question. Next one. Floyd or Trump? The quote. There comes a time when money doesn't matter.
That's Floyd.
Yeah, I'd say Floyd too.
Point for each. Floyd, Money, Mayweather.
Tied.
I told you it was going to be tight.
Two questions left. Next quote. Black guy's counting my money. I hate it.
Is this another trick question? This looks like a trick question.
Trump or Floyd?
But I reckon you're playing the double bluff. I reckon it's Floyd.
No, it's Trump.
Trump. Point for Byron.
Trump said that.
He said it.
I know.
Only Floyd Mayweather could get away with saying that shit. Fuck.
I know.
I'm surprised. I'm shocked. Actually.
What's the score?
It's 4-3.
Oh, so Byron is just taking it away. All right, so the next one is just a throwaway, really. Wait, 4-3.
No, I can win. I can.
Oh yeah, you can
this up.
tie it up. You can tie it up. We have a tie game here. All right. This one's worth 2 points.
Fuck you.
The next quote. All I can tell you is that I am totally a Second Amendment person and totally in favor of not doing anything. Trump or Floyd?
So much riding on it. Second Amendment person. And not doing anything about it. I'm going to go with Trump.
Floyd.
Point Ivan. Trump.
Wow, Ivan took it, eh?
There we go.
Right at the last.
Wow.
It was worth 2 points. You won.
Thank you.
There we go.
I can't tell you how really pleased and honoured I am right now. I'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank God. I'd like to thank my mum for giving birth to me. I'd like to thank all the staff at the Dry Shave Show. I'd like to thank my co-host, Byron Bertram. I'd like to thank Pariah Dracula. I would like to thank Narj Singh and you, Matty Beef Curtains. Thank you very much, everybody. This award I will keep with me forever. I will cherish it. It will never be used to hold open my toilet door.
I want to thank the Academy. I want to thank the Grammys. I want to thank Jesus. I want to thank Muhammad. I want to thank that Hindu god. I want to thank what's his name. I want to thank Buddha. I want to thank that guy. I want to thank watermelon. I want to thank. Okay, now I'm just getting racist.
All right, that is fantastic.
All right, that is it for Who Said It.
That was a lot of fun. I've enjoyed this immensely.
That was by far the best out of the two.
You're getting better at this.
Yeah, maybe.
You definitely are.
All right, so that is it for our own bullshit, but we do have a happy ending with Narj Singh, do we? Yes?
Oh, yeah. Come on, baby.
All right, there we go. Happy ending.
It's Narj Singh.
With Narj Singh.
Narj Singh, happy ending. And now in Dolby sound.
Narj Singh, he invented putting a can of Coke in a microwave to get rid of terrorists on a ship, didn't he?
I think he did.
Yeah, fair enough.
Much worse.
I thought that was Steven Seagal.
Hello, this is Narj, and this is your happy ending. When I was 14, I was growing up in an officially Islamic country, living a sheltered life where everything was illegal. I was also the porn dealer, all porn being illegal. I got my porn from visits to the uncles and cousins in England and sneaking them in. One Friday afternoon in Metal's shop, last class of the day, a friend of mine was goofing around with the fire extinguisher and activated it and caused a mess. The teacher made him stay after class. Next day, my friend tells me he was molested by the metal shop bastard. I didn't ask for the sordid details. People were confessing to me all the time. I guess I was the only one of my kind in that school, and so I played the role of the trusted outsider. My friend also told me not to tell anybody. Next day, I went to the teacher with a plain brown envelope containing some exquisite gay porn. Boys in Leather, one was called, and the other one was Cock-Sucking Studs Monthly. I handed the envelope to him and said, I know what you did, and I need an A in the final exam coming up. I was practically failing the class, and I cannot fail a class because that will result in a beating at home. Next day, he called me into his office, and he gave me an envelope that contained the final exam and asked if he could purchase more of the same. Nothing like satisfied customers. I reminisce about this story every time I find myself wallowing in self-inflicted misery. We can do anything, and we are fearless when we are young. And as for the chicken recipe, well, I've been visiting donair shops lately, and I've been telling them, look, all these people, they're crossing the desert, they're getting onto boats, and they are crossing the mountains and coming here. And they're only going to do one thing, open up more donair shops. Do you want that to happen? Well, this is Narj, and I hope this ended your happy. Thank you.
Fantastic, Narj.
That's great.
Porn dealer.
Yeah, porn dealer.
I thought that was a really good, at the end, the porn dealer. That's fantastic, though. It's like
That's some
supply and
balls.
demand.
That's some balls, because he could have raped you and went, fuck you, I'm having your porn, you're getting a C, and I'm going to put this up your ass.
Oh, no, well.
He could have chocolate bananaed it, you know?
Chocolate banana gun.
Yeah, but homosexuality.
Yeah,
is
he has
forbidden.
too much to lose. I mean, he's fucked if that comes out, right? So, you know,
Right.
I used to, I wasn't a porn dealer when I was at high school, but I used to sort of like get hold of, I mean, he's not around anymore, I can say this. I used to get hold of my granddad's porn, and basically I would trade it with my friend, and fuck knows where he got it from. I think basically there was a lane down beside our school, and it's where all the dirty old men used to hide mags, and you would find mags basically glued into skateboard magazine covers. You know, and then people would write on them, "Have a good time, lads," and leave it there for you. So this is where all the teenagers used to find their porn and used to trade it at school. I remember once going to school with some pretty hardcore pornography for the late 1970s, and I had it wrapped in my sock underneath my trouser leg, and I would go in there, and I mean, you know, if we'd have got caught, we would have been fucked for this, right? But we used to trade it off at school, you know, and this sort of thing. And I don't know, it just struck a chord that.
No, porn's a great business. In fact, in Malaysia, it's more lucrative. In fact, you get caught selling porn, it's a fine. You get caught selling drugs, they hang you.
Well,
so it's...
Yeah, and now, you know what, I know a guy from Iran, and he was saying that basically all of the sex toys that come into Iran are run by the Republican Guard. That industry, the importation of sex toys, is run by the Republican Guard.
You know, it's everybody likes to jerk off. Doesn't matter who your god is. Let's be honest.
Well, exactly, and the more fearsome your god is, the more you like to jerk off.
That's true. You know, it's really hard if you're in S&M and you're from like a Middle Eastern country. If you're in S&M in a Middle Eastern country, it's really hard getting a gimp outfit. So what you need to do is just get a burqa that's 2 sizes too small,
and made out of vinyl.
Yeah. That'd be
A vinyl burqa 2 sizes too
they
small.
really wouldn't breathe
Now
very
we're getting
well.
into dangerous territory. You could get like a fatwa against you for just saying vinyl burqa 2 sizes too small.
No,
really?
they've got all those kind of things in their local, you know, penitentiary and confession centers. I mean, they've got all the real S&M gears. Like their favorite is the pear, where it's shaped like a pear, and you just stick it up your ass, and there's like a little winding thing that, you know, you start winding up, and it opens up in your ass, and it's like knives, and that's
Knives?
It's like these like
Surprise!
sharp things. Yeah, it's like razor
Surprise,
things.
knives.
Right.
Hey.
Ooh, something up your ass. Ooh, knives.
Oh,
I
knives.
didn't expect that, did
Oh
you?
my God, I
No,
feel
I
like-
didn't, and I bought it, and I read the packaging before I put it up there, and I still didn't expect knives. It just said surprise.
Oh, Christmas came early again for my asshole.
It's a Persian invention.
It's Persian paradise.
Yeah.
There
Put
you
the
go.
pain in Persia.
Fuck, this
Ain't that
is
a
great.
prince?
Well, thanks very much, Nige. That's wonderful.
Anyway, on that note, thank you for listening, everybody. If you want to have a jihadist threat to us, by all means,
He doesn't care
email
because
us
he'll take the attention and
at-
take it for what it's
at,
worth.
and the 10th person to give us a jihadist threat, actually, we're honored to say gets a free autographed 8x10 picture of me fucking a tailpipe. So please do email us
Because he needs to know he exists, really. People, he does. He's just driving him mad.
thedryshaveshow@gmail.com. Let us know
Okay.
you're here, even if you want to kill us.
All right. I've been Ivan Penaluna.
I'm Byron Bertram.
And I'm Narj Singh.
Good night.
Thank you very much.